Give the floor to the distinguished representative of Lebanon. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and allow me at the outset to join myself to the previous speakers and delegates in conveying our congratulations on the assumption of your chairmanship to the 56th session of the Commission on Population and Development. My delegation would like to join the statement of the G77 as delivered by the distinguished delegate of Cuba. And on the national level, my delegation would like to express the following. Lebanon is facing multi-layered social, economic, and humanitarian crises affecting population welfare and livelihood, coupled with increase in poverty levels due to increased inflation, devaluation in the currency, and decreased purchasing power. These compounding crises are causing further hardship to people in vulnerable situations in my country, aggravating existing imbalances, inequalities, multidimensional vulnerabilities, and risks. Many consequences resulted from these crises, including brain drain of young productive workforce, of fragile social welfare, an overstretched health system, vulnerable government institutions, to name but a few. At this year's CPD theme is about population, education, and sustainable development. It's worthy to note that the education system in Lebanon has also been heavily affected by these multiple crises. Financial crisis and the influx of Syrian refugees since 2011 has put tremendous pressure on Lebanon education system, growing gaps in learning outcomes, migration of teachers and educators abroad for better financial security, the interruption in the school program strongly affected by the energy crisis, the low wages to the school cadre due to hyperinflation, etc. All of those factors are undermining one of Lebanon's prominent sectors, the education. Funding support to Lebanon is being significantly reduced while the needs are exponentially increasing, and the funding necessary to implement country programs, not only on the humanitarian side, but also on the development side, are being reduced in a very dramatic manner. The scarcity of updated data at national and subnational levels continues to be a challenge that is hampering adequate programming and forecasting of national and sector plans. Despite these drastic challenges, the government of Lebanon, and through the ministries, national commissions, and public administrations, and civil society, is committed to take actions for ensuring sector reforms, including the ones in accordance with the follow-up to the implementation of the Program of Action of the ICPD, as we approach its 30 years commemoration in 2004. In partnership with many sectors, including UNFPA, the following strategic outcomes were realized in the past 3 years. Development of national strategy for older persons in Lebanon, development of national strategy for persons with disabilities, development of national youth policy and its action plan, development of national strategic plan on the protection of women and children, development of national action plan on women, peace and security, as well hospital-based maternal mortality system plan, providing life-saving in the domain of sexual and reproductive health and rights, as well as in the field of gender-based violence to women. It's also hoped that the 5-year general education plan offers a new vision to restore trust in the public education system and to address the structural challenges and urgent needs of the education sector to ensure Lebanon is on a track to achieving inclusive and equitable quality education in line with SDG 4. Finally, Mr. Chair, as Lebanon is currently reviewing its progress on the implementation of ICPD, the key findings from this review will be used to gear the momentum in this regard with the hope of leaving no one behind. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I thank the distinguished representative of Lebanon.